Okay, so after you've gathered your tinder, you're making sure you're keeping that dry. I make it a habit as I'm walking through, I'm grabbing tinder as I can see it, usually birch bark because I love that almost as much as wool. Okay, so here's an example. This is actually tamarack needles, but any of your coniferous trees you're gonna find, those needles are highly flammable. They make really good tinder. You want to make sure they're dead and dry. As you can see, these are ready to fall off. They're just falling off, peeling off as I rub my finger along it. Number two, your spruce, your tamarack, your pine trees, they're a soft wood that has a lot of resin in it. There's also a thing called fat wood, which is you take it off a living tree, a living spruce or a living coniferous tree, and it's a branch that has been injured and died, but slowly died. And what the tree does, it pushes that resin to that branch to try to heal it, and it is highly flammable. You'll break it off, you'll smell it, it's gonna smell like almost like turpentine. Okay, that is also highly flammable. You shave a few flakes of that off, throw a spark on it, you're good to go. Okay, so then now we're gonna talk about your kindling. So your kindling is gonna be, this branch here is more than enough for us to start a fire. Your kindling is going to be your sticks that are pencil sized and smaller. Those are the ones that are going to catch the flame easily, ignite from the tinder that you're putting in there, okay? So, same thing, you want this to be dry. I don't know if you can hear this, but see how it snaps cleanly in half and you can hear that crisp snap? A live tree will not do that. It's not going to snap sharply. You can't necessarily use a lack of leaves, especially this time of year, but I can feel it's dry. I can see there's damage to the branch. It doesn't have any fresh buds, and it just snaps just like that. You hear that snap. That's the type of kindling you're going to want to make. So here's the smaller ones, and then you go smallest to biggest. Like I said, this branch is almost perfect. Here we've got our smaller stuff we're going to be using to ignite from our tinder, and then we're going to add bigger kindling to it. So if you see the size of this versus the size of this, now we're talking over the size, almost the size of a pencil. Get a little bit bigger. And this is going to get more into our fuel because it's bigger than a pencil. Okay, so, and then we're going to get into fuel. Same thing. So it's going to be bigger than a pencil, smaller than your wrist to begin with. If you grab a big old log and throw it on that fire, as soon as you got these little things going, you're not going to have a fire. You're going to have another lesson in fire making. Okay, so same thing, dead, dry, standing. You want dead, dry, standing. You don't want to be picking this up off the ground. It's going to absorb moisture. Water and fire don't mix. Weird, huh? Okay, so like I said, this branch here is just about perfect for us to start a fire. It's got all of our sizes. Look, it's a little bit smaller than my wrist, but that's okay. And that's how far we can go. I'm going to show you another technique on how to make kindling really quick. It's called a feather stick. It's a great way to get bigger logs to catch, or if you're in a wet scenario, maybe it rained the night before, maybe it's raining right now and you can't find any dry wood, we're going to go through it real quick to show you how to do it.